don't want brittle bones. Really, I'm too cute for that.
You are too cute for that. And you don't have overbearing moms pushing on you. Saying,
yeah, but we just push it to the side. Just keep it moving.
All right. So calcium plays a big role in making our bones strong and keeping everything functioning the way it's supposed to be. But most women these days don't really know how much they're getting. And they're getting actually more than they think they are. So you know what the amount you're supposed to have is?
Not a clue.
It's 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams.
Okay.
There's remember that. I'm going to come back to that number again. Think about 1,000 milligrams as 1 gram of calcium. That's what you want to have in your day.
Okay.
So we kept a little food journal together, didn't we, Dorsey?
Yes, we did.
And you're very meticulous, weren't you, Dorsey?
Yes, I was.
So we're going to waltz over.
Just for you, though.
Oh, you're very kind.
Yeah.
We're going to waltz over here and go through the meals you were having. So breakfast, you have yogurt and orange juice.
Yes.
Which is a very smart thing to do. It turns out that yogurt has about 400 milligrams of calcium. Orange juice has 250 milligrams. That's surprising to a lot of women. They don't recognize that orange juice is fortified with calcium to that degree.
Yeah.
Right there in breakfast, you already got more than half of what you need for the whole day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you haven't left home yet.
Oh.
All right. Then we go to lunch, and you often, I'm told, get salads with like turkey and some cheddar cheese on it.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate. So the cheddar cheese actually has about 300 milligrams of calcium. Cheese generally has a lot of calcium in it.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, but now you add it to that, you're at 950, so you're almost where you need to be for the day. And then for dinner, I don't know if you did this yourself or someone volunteered this for you, but I heard you had a pizza.
I love it so much.
You do. Oh, the gooiness of it. Oh, it's so wonderful.
Training.
Be embarrassed of yourself.
I know.
All right, so cheese has, on the pizza has 300 milligrams. So now you're over what you need for the day. It's not bad, because when you get it from food, that's not a big problem.
Okay.
Issues happen when you get your calcium from sources outside of food. Now, normally I don't mind. If you're not getting enough, it's okay. But the perfect amount of calcium that you can get from food makes your body happy because you can work out any extra calcium you have in it.
Okay.
When you take it in supplemental form, for example, if you take a calcium pill, which a lot of women used to do because we used to tell you to do it, that's 600 milligrams per tablet. If you get a multivitamin, that often has 100 or 200 milligrams of calcium. And then, do you ever take antacids?
Once or twice.
Not too often.
Yeah.
Well, some women take a lot of antacids, and many antacids have a lot of calcium in them.
Okay.
And that calcium can have 500 milligrams more there. So now you're really over what you want to have for the day. So let me talk a little bit about what happens if you take a lot of extra calcium in supplement form.
Okay.
I don't mind a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want a lot extra. So go ahead, put your gloves on. And I'm going to show you the main organ that's responsible for getting rid of calcium.
Okay. Purple's my favorite color.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. I like purple too. I think you've seen me about purple on the show one day.
Yes.
So, there we have it.
Ooh.
Those are your kidneys. And your kidneys have a lot of important roles, but if you open them up, what they really have to do is filter out the urine that comes through them. And if you have a lot of calcium from supplements, sometimes you can start to develop these.
Ooh.
Kidney stones.
Okay.
Which get stuck in here in the middle of the kidneys, and they can cause infections and other kind of problems. So it compromises the ability of the kidney to detoxify your body.
Yeah.
The more common problem we see, because that's not that frequent, is a problem here. These are your intestines. And when you have a lot of calcium from supplements, it can cause constipation. That's not a good thing. You ever get constipated?
Yeah, no bueno.
No bueno?
No.
And what does Dorsey do when she gets constipated?
I get really sad.
Okay. So one thing you think in the back of your mind is take magnesium, because it sort of counteracts the calcium. But when you take supplements with a lot of calcium, you're making life more difficult.
Yeah.
All right, so you take your gloves off now. So let's talk about the action steps here. First off, we're going to limit the calcium from supplements. We talked about that. Secondly, we're going to get calcium from foods, because you do need calcium.
Yes.
So, all these things you're hopefully already getting in. Dairy, you're getting in, obviously, many forms. Cheese, obviously, we talked about, has lots of calcium. Leafy greens have a ton of calcium. And then you have things like tofu and salmon, which you wouldn't think would have that much calcium in them, but they're good sources.
Yeah.
Together with calcium, you need one other thing. Because you got to absorb the calcium. You need vitamin D. They're married.
Yeah.
Are you married?
No, not yet. Working on it.
We're going to put Dorsey's number up on DrOz.com. We're going to marry her off. You can marry her off today. We're being good. So, vitamin D comes in. The best source for plants is mushrooms.
Okay.
They grow in the dark. They got to make their own. They don't get the sun to make it. You can get it from the sun.
Yeah.
But because you're darker skin, you need more than I would need. But you still can get it.
I love tanning.
Oh, okay. So take a couple minutes a day, not more. The yolk of eggs actually has vitamin D, and salmon has vitamin D. So you salmon over there with calcium, and it has vitamin D. So it's a nice 1-2 punch to get what you need. So if you're going to make meals out of these things, fantastic food combos are an omelet with some cheese, for a bunch of reasons, both the cheese and the egg, a salad with some mushrooms on it, and of course I mentioned salmon is probably my hero for calcium and vitamin D, in addition to all the other wonderful things it has.
Cool.
Any questions?
I have actually a quick question about Regular milk versus almond milk. Does almond milk not have a lot of calcium?
Doesn't have as much, but they're now they're starting to add and fortify some of these products, and they vary depending on how they do that.
Okay.
So I think the sources of food, the real ones I put over there, are
Yeah.
the most guaranteed ones because you'll always be able to get them in.
Okay,
All right?
cool.
Love having you here.
Thank
you go to DrOz.com to get my calcium and fat